Una is an Irish name meaning one. Fortunately for this little dog named Una, she is not alone, but rather is one of two special souls that were destined to meet. Una's story begins as part of a large pack of sled dogs that were abused, abandoned, and left to starve on a mountaintop near Hartselle, Colorado in 2010. After she and the other 99 dogs were rescued from certain death, Una was taken to a nearby animal shelter where her future guardian, Mary, met and fell in love with her. Shortly afterwards, Mary found herself fighting to save Una's life, threatened by a serious bacterial infection. Just one short year later, Una was again fighting for survival after she ventured outside on a bitterly cold Colorado night, became spooked by the weather, and bolted from Mary's yard. Mary picks up the story from here.
And I let Una out before going to bed, and I think this cold scared her, and she couldn't come through the back door because it was metal steps and they were frozen, and I couldn't get her to come in the front door, and she took off, and I went looking for her, but it got to be so late in the night and dark and cold, I was getting concerned about exposed skin, and I thought, well, if I leave the porch light on and some food out there, maybe she'll come on her own accord. There was some neighborhood intervention, unfortunately, and I didn't get Una back until later the next evening, the next day, and by then she had suffered frostbite on both of her front legs. The left leg had to be amputated at the carpal or the wrist. On her right, she had two major toenails removed, and that is the reason why we had to go with a prosthetic, because if it had been a hind leg, she probably could have managed very nicely. But with the injury to both front legs, we had to do something, and there was never ever a thought in my mind of putting her down. I wanted to do something for her, and through various channels and help from Harley's Hope, giving me the name of a good vet that did the surgery, we got her prepped and ready to receive a prosthetic. And for about a year and a half, that worked out very well. And she could run, maybe not the great distances that she had done before, because she was a good hiking companion. But now we had to curtail that. Well, after about a year and a half of reasonably normal living and taking some short hikes and playing with her other dog friends, Una started to experience some undue pain with the prosthetics that she had. Turns out that it was probably a bit too long for her frame, and it was rubbing on the terminus or stump of her left leg. So we decided to, with Harley's assistance and all good intentions, try to find an alternative maker of prosthetics, and we found a gentleman way over in Nova Scotia. I went back to Harley's Hope and made an application and sent in all the information on Una, her history, pictures of her, and lo and behold, we got a call back from Cynthia indicating a great interest in Una's past history and her present needs. And we've been working on getting this done and getting her casted, and the cast material sent back to the prosthetic specialist so that he could make this device based on the size of her leg. And all three of us, Harley's Hope, me, and Jeff at the Canine Orthotics, have been communicating and all working together for several weeks now. And Una is now learning to use this new prosthetic and get used to it. And we hope that this will be the answer to all the problems. And at this point, I am so grateful and thankful that I had Harley's Hope to back me up on this, because I could never have done it alone.
Una and Mary's story is just one of hundreds written since Harley's Hope Foundation opened for business in late 2010. The nonprofit is dedicated to keeping companion and service animals in their homes with people who love them, but are struggling to provide major or emergency care when it is needed. To read other inspirational stories on the human-animal bond, please visit our website at harleys-hopefoundation.org or find us on Facebook.